Hello YouTube, my name is Cole and got quite a bit to say. You're probably here because of the title, most likely. And I will get to that, but first I will get to that, yeah, but first let me explain why I'm making the video. You see, based on the title of the video, I went through some stuff for quite a number of years that I was never able to get a grasp on for a very long time, and now I've been freed of these things, and I'm making this because I'm not the only one who struggled with this sort of thing. I'm not going to be the first to have quit this thing, the first to have started this, and definitely not going to be the last. Okay, just to give you context, I was born in California, raised in California for the majority of my life, and Los Angeles, we're speaking of. For context, growing up in California, I was the luckiest kid in the world. I had I was the luckiest kid in the world. I had a wonderful house, a great family, amazing friends, and no addictions to start with. It was nice. It was the time when I was just being a kid, you know, from like, wow, I want to say like 8 years old all the way till I was about 15. It was just, I felt the world was just this thing where everything revolved around me, and it's not even in a selfish way to say, it's more of just everything was going great. Everything that I wanted I got, everything that I wanted to do I got to do, and you know, that's a great feeling, especially when you're a kid and a teenager, and you know, but there was something that happened, something in me that didn't feel right. I felt that and I felt this for a very long time and I've ignored it. I felt this since I was young, maybe 10 years old. I felt this thing, whatever it is, this thing, this drive, this whatever in my heart that I was not doing, I wasn't focusing on things I should be. In the sense of, you know, I had some friends I used to hang out with that were really cool at the time, but that's obviously for another video. I did leave that friend group because it was very negative, and they weren't good people, and from that point on my life went completely downhill. I will explain. So the first addiction I'd like to address was a pornography addiction. It took over my life for years. I felt that I couldn't be a hero every time I relapsed. I felt like I couldn't be the person I wanted to be every time I went back to it, or happy every time I went back to it. And that's the thing about pornography in general, is you don't feel happy when you're not watching it, but after you watch it, you feel even worse than before, and it's sort of this circular death trap that you get sucked into. To give you context, I've had that since I was like 12. I don't have it anymore. I've been clean for the most part. You know, obviously there's still some temptation there. There's still not the easy, you know, it's not the easiest so far, and I haven't been clean in that sense for very long. But the second addiction that it will bring up in in a second, I've been clean for a very long time. So to start with pornography, I think, you know, obviously it's not like completely crazy that I got sucked into something like that. It's extraordinarily common addiction nowadays. Of the past few years, it's gotten so much worse, and by few years I mean like decade. introduced, you know, the introduction to the smartphone and everything, has just, the stats of that addiction have gone crazy up because, you know, something that's supposed to be entertaining and easy for business and your personal life and just can be the most damaging thing in the world, which is crazy, and you can get it in 7 seconds. To get back to, you know, things like my friends I used to hang out with, things like the way I used to talk around them, the way I used to talk when I wasn't with them was extremely unhealthy. You know, I used to live a life where I was kind of a bully in a sense of toward other people when they were around and when they weren't around, and I was also a victim of bullying once I left my friend group, which showed, you know, how much they really cared about me. But one big reason I left the friend group, well, I'll give you a few good reasons why I left the friend group. I left them because I knew there was something better in me that they weren't going to give me. And I don't mean that in a selfish sense. I just know that I have this drive in me. There's this thing in my heart or my soul or whatever you want to call it that's been eager for me to work at something, eager for me to achieve something, eager for me to help a bunch of people. Hence why I'm making this video. B, I didn't like talking anymore the way they talked. They always took, you know, it's normal for people my age to be edgy, to say inappropriate things, to tease each other. It's normal, but there's a limit. And they went above that limit in horrific ways, honestly. And so did I, which is why I needed to leave. And C, at the time I wasn't like, you know, I'm better than this group, but I realized I am better than them. And, you know, not in the selfish sense, but in the sense of I'm worth more as a human by myself than I am with these friends. So yeah, anyway, I did obviously leave the group. Things got much worse after that. Well, truthfully, I fell into this second addiction before, like a little bit before I left the friend group. And this one is the one that's definitely the hardest to talk about because no matter where you go on YouTube, you cannot find people that will admit to this. And the thing is it's an addiction that's definitely not as popular as pornography. Or, you know, I shouldn't use the word popular, but as addictive, I guess, as pornography, if that makes sense. But you're revealing a lot more about yourself with this one. And so, here I do admit it here, and I had what's known as a cybersex addiction. For those of you who don't know what that is, it basically means that you are addicted to, like, chatting through text, you know, whether it's like Omegle or Kick Messenger, any social media really, or website that you can use. Yeah, and this addiction is, of course I've done my research on it. It's obviously way more popular than it sounds. Some of you might be thinking, like, how is that even more popular than it sounds? That's crazy. Others of you, I think, are saying, like, I've had this problem. Actually, not even think. I know some of you who are watching right now have had this problem. I'm not gonna act like that. This is just some weird perverted side thing of myself that I had. This is an addiction. This was an addiction. And it's more common than you think. You know, there's statistics that say that like 9 million Americans admitted to struggling with this. And that's a lot of people. Again, how it works is, well, at least how it works to a really intense state is, this is sort of this kind of is a branch to a porn addiction. Meaning you watch porn so much and so many different types of porn, it's like ridiculous that your brain is not satisfied anymore. That it needs something else. That it needs a personal connection to someone you're talking to. Hence, cybersex addiction. It's something that says that you need to talk to someone. Yeah, the thing about this addiction is it's so much more damaging than the pornography one, and pornography is very damaging. You know, like all addictions, what's an addiction? Addiction is something that you can't stop doing and that you feel trapped into, and that was this case of both of these things. And I guess the first one I will address is, well, I mean, I've addressed both of them, but the first one I'll probably talk more detail about is the I'm just checking my notes, is the pornography one. Of course, I think as of the past few years, good thing about what's happened on the internet, what's happened online, what's happened with real life is like, pornography used to be something that, pornography would generally be something that when you told someone, a lot of people weren't there to help you because it was a personal thing to admit, you know, and no one wants to A, think about that, or B, admit something like that. But thankfully, as the past few years, so many inspirational people, both teenagers, adults have come forward, celebrities have come forward on this issue, that it is an addiction. You cannot deny that it's an addiction. You'd have to be insane to deny it's an addiction, because I clearly was addicted to this. How did it affect me? A, you're wasting so much valuable time. You would spend hours upon hours watching this if you really were addicted, and I really was addicted. And even though after you would relapse and do it, you would feel like complete crap. Just absolutely horrible about yourself. You know, you didn't feel motivated to do something. You know, of course, by you, when I say you, I'm talking about myself as well. I didn't feel motivated to do anything. I didn't feel motivated to do something like my homework. I didn't feel motivated to even hang out with friends. I didn't feel motivated to go out and eat food. I didn't feel motivated to do anything. Because you just felt like the day was ruined. Once you did, the day was ruined. It's just how I felt, how most people feel that have talked about this. Another thing that is just horrible with this thing is the amount of energy you lose. Oh, you have like no energy. You know, the thing about, obviously, like masturbation and pornography is it releases this chemical in your brain that makes you so excited. It's such a powerful chemical in your brain that happens, and because of how powerful it is, because how intense the feeling is, and how great the feeling is, as your body kind of just shuts down in a sense and gets tired, and really isn't motivated, like I said, motivated to do anything, but as well is it's not motivated to, you're not motivated because you're also tired, as well as this huge lack of confidence that's inside you. You do not feel confident talking to girls, you don't feel confident talking to your teacher, you don't feel confident talking to your parents, like nothing. It's not just destroying the value of time that you have to go do and achieve something, it's destroying the energy to put forward that time when you do have to put it forward, when you do have to go to school, when you do have to go, you know, take your driving test or whatever. It's so much harder to focus on things you need to do. And there were so many things I didn't get done at my age that I wish I got done. I didn't get, you know, my license for so long. So many things I didn't get done that I wish I had gotten done. And you know, the thing is like, because of how addicted I was to that, it had a sense of, and that's why I brought up my friend group. It's not my friend group's fault I got sucked into it. However, when I did leave that group and they started bullying me a lot and really making me just feel like complete garbage, I got really sucked into the cybersex thing more, which I will talk about now. Some of the effects that cybersex has on you is, obviously it's very similar, obviously, effects-wise, of pornography, where you just don't have confidence, or you have no energy, or anything like that. However, it's like, there's something so much more wrong about it, but you do it anyway because you feel alone. You feel so much worse about what you're doing because you're like talking to you're talking to someone. And the thing is like, as I was doing it, I knew how bizarre it seemed. And the thing is I felt really weird doing it, but it was almost as if I just didn't care at that point, because having that connection with someone, even as, degrading as it is, because, obviously pornography and cybersex especially turns women into objects, and certainly they're not at all. I don't think women are objects at all, but I was treating them in that sense like that when I view, a certain video or image, or when I, talked to a certain girl the way I talked to them, like this whole dirty talk thing, and it's just not good. I knew it was wrong when I kept doing it because of how alone I felt. And the thing is I brought it all on myself. No one brought it on to me. I'm not saying that, these people drove him there. No. I drove myself there. There are ways to not be alone. So many ways. Here's the thing is obviously I'm nervous about releasing this video. I mean, I'm not nervous in the sense like I'm a hypocrite and I still do this stuff, because I don't. I'm clean, I'm good, I haven't done the cybersex thing in years, I've been clean from that for a while. I'm safe, but the thing is this, it's very personal. And I know I'm gonna have people make fun of me, people I know and strangers. No one on YouTube that I have found is like, or anywhere on the internet, is showing their face and talking about this problem. And it's based on the research and the stats that I've done. It's a popular problem. There's a lot of people that get sucked into this thing. And if I have to be the first person to do that, the first person to show my face, to say, I'm a young man and I had this problem, and it was very bad in my life for a bit, then I'll be the first person, because I know it'll help so many people. The best ways to deal with it, or even people who are enjoying their lives pretty well right now, even they don't know how to deal with most pain. And I don't know for what reason why I went through all this crap. I don't know why, I had to lose a relationship that I really enjoyed. I don't know why I had to lose friends that I didn't actually enjoy hanging out with. I don't know why I had to be cursed with this addiction, and knowing that you can't go back and change the past and just act like you didn't have it and spend your time valuably, and not procrastinate on big things that are part of life. I am just coming at you with, I went through this. Don't go through this if you haven't. If you're going through it now, there's hope. This can be handled differently. There's too much pain in the world to distract yourself from. And, you know, I'm not saying, oh, you have to pay attention to the pain. Well, you kind of do, but the irony in this is what I was doing and what people who do have this problem are doing is they're trying to isolate themselves from pain by causing themselves more pain. One day, it kind of just hit me that the cybersex thing was just overboard. It really wasn't a spiritual thing. It really wasn't a... It was just this feeling one day of, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it just hit me one day, and I just knew, like, what are you doing? You're setting yourself up for failure, you know? I mean, there's so many reasons to think why cybersex is a bad thing. A is, like, it's good blackmail material. Honestly, I'm not worried about that, though. If someone wants to do that, they could, by all means, let them do it. It's not going to stop me from, you know, helping you guys and being the best me I can be. B is, again, women aren't objects. Like, I had to realize that, like, you're using women as objects in porn, but in that level of stuff, it's way different. And, you know, and I don't want to be weird or anything, but, you know, I want to clarify, I never sent nudes or anything. Or, you know, vice versa. It was more of just, I needed to see these messages and create these images in my mind to not feel alone and to just have this mental thing be pleasing to me. But I don't know what life has in store for me, but I know what I have in store for it. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to achieve. I have so many projects I'm working on right now, several that I haven't started and others I have started. And these addictions, they kept me from doing these. But the thing is as much of these addictions, as much as they were a curse to me, today is the day I've turned them into a blessing. Without these addictions, I wouldn't be making this video. Without these addictions, I wouldn't have been inspired to do this YouTube channel. For the people watching out there, I know you've heard this stuff a million times, and I know it's like, it gets old, but the reason you hear it a million times is because it's important. People don't take in things unless they're said a million times, you know. Be the best you that you can be. I certainly want to be the best me I can be, you know. I've spent my life fixing myself by reading, you know, books from people that inspire me, you know. There's so many people out there that can help you with this sort of thing. And you know, and the thing is about your life is today, those of you watching out there, today is the day you fix it. Stop being sad, stop being upset, stop being this whiny little shy, arrogant, scared, depressed kid or adult or however old you are at home. You are worth too much to spend your time doing this. And if no one else will tell you, I'm gonna tell you. And again, I know that's corny, I know I'm talking to a camera, and I don't know most of you personally, but you can connect with me and I can connect with you. That's why I'm making this, because there's no one out there right now that can connect with people on this cybersex thing. And I'm scared making this, but I'm proud that I'm making it. You know, I want to teach you guys how to live this happy life, and you know, in the description below I'm going to leave links to YouTube channels that made me feel happier and proud to be who I am, and that helped me get through tough times. They're not all pornography based or anything, but some of them are, and some are just people that helped me get through life in general and really taught me real life lessons. I will leave links to not only their channels, but, well, you know, specific videos I think are just good to know. That's about it. I want to say a thank you to all the friends that are watching this that supported me. You no matter what. Every time I fell down, some of them picked me up. Even after I make this video, some friends are just so supportive of me. You know, some know about me doing this, and about my addictions and stuff, and they've just been unbelievably supportive and helpful and just lovely, honestly. And again, if you're out there and you're struggling with something, don't give up. I'm gonna help you. There are other YouTubers out there that will help you. There are friends, even if you think you don't have any, there is someone out there that you will find that will do anything for you. And so I urge you to look. I urge you to be happy. I urge you to be successful. And here begins this wonderful YouTube journey. And yeah, I'm proud I did this. And I want to thank everyone, friends, strangers, whatever, for watching this video all the way through. I hope I helped you with something. If not, don't worry. Future videos are coming, and they'll be here soon. So, anyway, time for me to go. Thank you, YouTube, and goodbye.